Hello traders, hope you're doing well. I'm making this video to demonstrate how to create a webhook which sends your trading view alerts to Telegram channel or group. This involves few simple steps. I try to make it simple so that even the non-coders or non-developers can also do it without much difficulty. The tools required are pretty simple. First thing is you need Telegram, which is a messaging application. We'll go to create a channel here and create a bot, and we'll try to send the message trading view alert, webhook alerts to this channel. And the second thing which we need is Replit, which is online, cloud-based platform for hosting small applications, which is again free, but also has a few paid options, which is not required for this example. The next thing what we need is Postman, which is required only for running some small tests. And the training view, of course, will be able to create, we should be able to create alerts and link it to the webhooks we created in this example. And the last thing what we need is Cronjob, which is a monitoring tool, which is just required to keep our bot alive in Replit. Okay, let's get started. Let's go to Telegram first. And first thing what we need to do is we need to create the bot. To create the bot, what we do is we search for bot further. Right, so we have bot further here. And let's start a conversation with bot further, which will give us a few options. So what I'm interested right now is to create a new bot. So let's create new bot and let's call it um, Trading View Webhook. Right? And let's enter. So that's done. And now once the bot name is created or once the bot name is finalized, we also need to create a user which is associated with the bot. And this user has to be unique and also should end with underscore bot. So let's do something like pvw hook underscore bot. Let's see. Yeah, it's there. And we got a key from here, like, token access key. So which we need to copy and store it somewhere safe, which we this is required for our next steps. Right, so we created a bot. Now let's create a channel. So new channel, let's call it as trading view alerts, and let's keep it private. We can also create a public channel, but that's fine, that's okay for now. So private channel, that's done. We created our channel. Now we need to get a channel ID. For that, we need to use another bot, which is called as username to ID bot. So we'll search for at username to ID bot. And this is it. I'm not sure why. So like this, right? And go back to the chat. Yeah, we have 2 subscribers, which out of which another one is a bot. ID bot. So what we do now is to get channel ID and just to start. So we get the channel ID of this chat. So let's just copy this as well to somewhere else, just again required in the next steps. So let's go back to our administrators. Let's dismiss ID bot, which is no more required. And now let's add the bot which we created here. So to add the bot which we created here, what we need to do is we need to make use of this user ID, TV webhook bot, underscore bot. We need to add it here. So let's go here, administrator, add admin, at the rate tvw hook underscore bot. This is the bot which we created. So let's add this as admin. Right, so our job in Telegram is done. Now, the next thing is in Replit. Let's go to Replit. I've already created a REPL, which contains all the code required. It's called Telegram bot, Telegram bot. So what you can do is I'll post this link in the description of this idea as well. So what you can do is you can just fork this. So let's just fork this, You need to have the account with Replit before doing this, and it's a free account. You can just go to replit.com and create a free account. Shouldn't be a problem. So we got this one, and after copying, let's name it as Trading View Webhook Bot. Right. So you can keep it private, but I think this option is available only for paid subscribers. It's also available on keeping it always on. I believe this again will be available only for paid subscribers. At this point, it's not required. There are no sensitive information available, coded in this repository. So it doesn't matter actually if you keep it in public or private. Also, we have other tools like Cronjob to keep it always on without the need of this. So we probably can skip this for now. Yeah, that's done. So let's create this. So we changed this name. And let's just refresh it for once so that everything gets loaded afresh. So now what it does is it creates a server, which is nothing but a webhook. And when you call the server with slash webhook, and this is what is performed. So I can see here that based on the message, I'm sending it to Telegram bot, which again will send it to our channel, right? So to in the Telegram bot, there are two things which we need to do. We need to configure the token and the channel details. So we already remember in the previous steps when we created a bot, we got a token from bot further. So we need to add this bot further as a token here in the secrets here. So let's do that. Token. Let's go to bot further. Copy this token again. Right, add new secret. A channel should be channel ID. Then let's go back to the previous step. Here, we have the channel ID here. Copy this and add it to secret. And that's all. We don't need to do anything else. So once this is done, we are good to run this one. Let's run this one. First time it's going to take some time because it needs to install all the dependencies, etc. But next time onwards, it will be pretty faster. Even the first time, it's not that slow. So the bot is alive. We created the bot. Now we need to test this now. So what we'll do, we'll make use of Postman to do the testing. So this is the URL which we need to use, but we need to also pass it to another path called webhook here, which you can see, and it should be a post method. So that's going to create the same thing here. So text body. So this is the old one which I tried to experiment with, replace it with the new one. And then slash webhook. It's a post message. And the body should contain this is a test message, right? So if I send this message, the message should appear in Telegram. So let's try this. Let's send this. This time it's taking some time. Yeah, successful. Let's see. Yeah, this is test message. We can see the message here. So maybe we'll do another test message. So this is another test message, and we get it here. You can also, there's a slight variation I created to send a JSON-based messages. It's actually required for more advanced things like, you want to use this information to convert it to something else, etc. Then you can use it. Otherwise, you can just go to plain text. So what you need to do is the same request, but JSON request is equal to true, and the format of the text you are sending should be JSON. So when you send this again, it will come up in the bot, right? So we tested this bot now. Let's also do the testing with our trading view alerts. Let's go back to alerts, trading view alerts. Created a simple script where it just sends an alert every minute. Means I'm on the 1 minute chart here. So it just sends alert every minute. If the JSON alert is set to true, then it will send a JSON alert. Otherwise, it will send a simple text alert. So JSON alert is a Boolean parameter, input parameter, which we can configure in the inputs. Let me first set it to false now and create a alert. So add alert, my script. So we need to add the webhook details here. So let me just copy it from the Postman. So this webhook. So under slash webhook. So this is the webhook. So now this is um, so this is 1 minute simple text. All right. Right. So I'll create this one. As soon as you create this, it'll start getting the alerts. Yeah, got the alert here. So if you see the Telegram channel, test alert per minute. We already see this one. So this gets fired every 1 minute now because that's what we configured. And we can also set another one for JSON. Let's enable JSON and create another alert for JSON. So let's call it as 1 minute. JSON alert. And we need to add another parameter here, as mentioned before, question mark, which is JSON request is equal to true. So when JSON request is set to true, if we don't send a JSON request, it won't be sent because I will not be able to pass the request, incoming request. So I'm creating this alert. So already 2 alerts fired here and third one here, and you can see all these alerts being shown in the Telegram channel. Right, and hence we created we completed our process of creating the bot which sends alert to Telegram channel. Now to keep this alive, as mentioned before, Replit usually close its repls if there are no requests coming through. If it's idle for some time, it will close it. There's an option here to keep it always on, which we can use, but I think it's only available for paid members. To get around this issue, what we can do is we can actually configure Cronjob, which will keep calling this request, calling our REPL, so that it won't go to sleep at all. So what we do, can grab this URL here, get request, and go to this cron job. You may have to create an account here again. It's a free account. So create a cron job here and give the alert. So say trading view dot health check. Right, enable job. So let's send it every 1 minute. So it's not taking a risk. So it will create a cron job expression based on that. When you can enable so that whenever the cron job fails, you get an alert message to your email, so that if the cron job fails, means the REPL has stopped or something problem with the REPL. So you can go back to REPL and restart it or debug what's the problem, etc. So once that is done, you just create this. So created this, check. So as and when it's executed, we keep logging. You can also check the history. Right, so should do. Yeah. So that's it. I think that's all about this session. What we did today is created bot using Telegram, linked it to a REPL program, a REPL application, and then using TradingView to send alerts to that bot, and also in turn it will send it to the Telegram channel. And hope you enjoy this video, and hope you learn from it. And thanks very much. Yeah, I'll try to document these steps in the description as well. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please let me know. And thanks very much. See you. Bye.